Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Rough Notes.
Bird up.
It's your boy. Bird up. It's your boy Marcus. 1/4 of the group Shurikens, 1/3 of Rough Notes, and currently on the search, for higher employment. And then to my left, I got the lovely full. Introduce yourself, ma'am.
Me?
Yeah, I mean, I said yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Introduce yourself, ma'am.
I heard man.
You said man.
It's fair enough. Okay. Introduce yourself,
Also,
girl.
I can't believe you did Craig like that.
Oh,
You
God.
don't count Craig as part of the Rough Notes crew?
Oh, yeah, sorry. 1/4 of Rough Notes. Now annihilating. No.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Mitch.
And then to my right, we have the Dapper, just graduated, done did it himself, the music extraordinaire, the dude behind the cameraman who survives everything, introduce yourself, fam.
Yo, what's up? It's E. We're back with another episode. I too am looking for employment.
I, too, am looking for employment.
If anyone's got a job right now, just send it our way.
We'll fight for it with thumb wrestle or something. I don't know.
But yes, today's episode, a topic that we are going to be covering is songs where the lyrics do not match the vibe. So these are songs where you hear the lyrics and you're like, oh, wow, that's either darker or way happier than the instrumentation would intend you to believe. A good example of this, although not one we're going to cover tonight, would be Sarah Bareilles' love song, also known as I'm not gonna write you a love song. That song is not her breaking up with a boyfriend. That is her writing an FU song to the label, being like, I am not going to write you a fucking love song so that you can release my album so we can have a single. But then that was the single, so they still won. So that kind of vibe. And I think somebody who captured that vibe well was some of the songs that Mitch picked. So I'm gonna let Mitch take the lead on sharing.
All right. Cool. I'll hop right into it. So the first song that I sent the group, also, this was a hard week for me. I scoured through stuff in Spotify. I was listening to songs, listening to 30 seconds of a song, typing the lyrics into Google and then being maybe not. I don't know. But the first song that I picked to share today was Run Dry by Patrick Stump. So this is off Patrick's solo album from when Fall Out Boy was on hiatus. I feel like there's a lot of, I don't know, unique stuff on this album, and everything is all super groovy and upbeat. But this, I think I sent you guys a shortened version of the song, because there's a version of the song that's long, and I feel like it just kind of has a bunch of unimportant noise to me at the end. But the really beginning and core of this song, it's some guy going, one more shot, that I'm quitting forever, cross my heart, cross my fingers. So someone who's an alcoholic or someone who's addicted to something, I feel a common thing is people saying they'll get clean but then not actually following through on it. And so I feel that's what this song kind of reminds me of, and sort of what the chorus highlights in the song, where it's somebody being step 1, drink; step 2, make mistakes; step 3, pretend you don't remember; step 4, drink a little more; step 5, I need to run dry. So basically drinking, fucking hellish it up, and then being oh no, I shouldn't do that anymore, and being all right, I won't drink next time, but then actually doing it again.
Yeah, Mitch. When I first heard this song, I had, like I always do with many songs you show, I had a lot of thoughts, my first thought was damn, this is really funky. This is what a white version of Earth, Wind, and Fire would sound like on this one, because it's just very funky like that. It's very groovy, if they were in the early 2000s. That's what that song sounds like. So in terms of vibe, it's totally there. It's totally yo, let's dance, let's have a good time, let's go. But you're right, the lyrics are clearly I'm suffering from alcoholism and I realize this is a problem, but I want to stop, but everybody around me is also dude, what do you mean it's a problem? Chill, come on, have another one. We're having a good time. and they keep repeating these same mistakes, even though, you know, there's definitely a part of them that does not want to, but everybody just gives absolutely no fucks. So it keeps repeating. And I think the reason it could still work, even though it is a song that is about alcoholism, is because I think there are many people who, you know, who have binge drunk before and who was like, oh, well, I'm not alcoholic. But I've definitely had that moment the next day where I've woken up hungover being like, I'm never going to drink again. You know, I will never take no more shots ever. And then, you know, next day they're back at it again, you know, Captain Jack down their throat, you know, falling off the table. So I think that's why it still works even as a party song, even though all of the lyrics are like, hey, I really need to stop drinking wine or ecstasy or any other kind of drug. What were some of your thoughts on the song, E?
I feel like you already kind of said it all. It reminds me of the song that you also brought in this week, where it's like a party song, but it's really about drinking problems. I feel like a lot of people do that thing then. If both of you brought that kind of same theme, and then this reminds me a lot of the like 2000s, kind of like 2010, like early 2010s of like.
It's released in 2011, so.
Okay. I was gonna say, like, do you guys remember hearing sad songs back then? Like it all, well, not sad songs, but like sad vibey songs.
Yeah, I remember. I remember my middle school like emo sad boy song was "Stop and Stare" by One Republic. So yeah, I remember that era of like, you know, oh,
When did that come out?
that was like early 2000s. That was like mid 2000s. That was like 2006, I believe, 2007. But yeah,
because this might be because I'm not like, I wasn't there during the.
He's not old, guys. He's young. He's young and spry.
During that time.
He's not a dino like me.
But in the early 2010s, I don't remember any like sad sounding songs. They were all like trying to go for that like happy summer song.
I can actually expound on that. Like I think if you go back and look, every pop song that blew up kind of incorporated 4 on the floor dance beat style drums to like almost all of their songs. Even like hip hop, it really didn't matter because like, you know, a lot of people like copying whatever is the popular genre or ethos for getting big at the time. So like a lot of songs had to be very danceable, right? And if you want to make a sad song that can still blow up, that's danceable, it has to sound happy, but your lyrics have to be sad, which is what I think we're experiencing now, right? Like that's what we're noticing, right? There's a bunch of songs that like ostensibly sound pretty danceable for the most part, but like when you hear the actual songs, you're like, I don't know if this is as happy as we think it is. That and yeah, I think a lot of artists or musicians, while often are depicted as people who like do drugs a ton, there's like definitely a good amount of them who are successful who don't. Like I just heard 21 Savage on Run and say, like, I don't even smoke weed. And I'm like, what? I feel like his image would be one of someone who does. But I think like there's definitely a strong contingency of artists who are like not on the whole like abuse drugs train. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I should hope not. Like, we shouldn't be saying abusing drugs is quirky, so.
It's just a Saturday, Mitch.
It's just a Saturday.
It's just a Virgo thing. You wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what this song and your song, Marcus, had that same trend. I'm like, dude, why? Thinking back, I'm like, were there any songs that didn't sound like they were meant to dance? But I guess you explained it.
There were sad songs. There were like sad songs, but like those normally weren't the huge songs, right? Like, you know?
Right. Yeah, but that was my opinions.
I have to ask, solely because I was like picking songs for this week, and I just was like, I'm just gonna have to submit 2 songs I think they're going to hate. Did you guys like this song? Like, is it a song you would go back and listen to? Or is this like,
this specific song?
That's a different question.
Yeah. It's funny because like I feel like there are songs here that I like as songs, but for the topic aren't great, and then there are songs that are for the topic great, but I wouldn't necessarily go back to. And I feel like this is the latter. Like this is a song that is great for the topic.
I accept that.
It's like so close. I feel like is there elements of that song in like what was that song that Eduardo initially called corporate, but I was like, no, it's not corporate. It's just like really pop. I was like, oh, what a time to be. Right? There's hella aspects of that, but I think it's just like refined on that song, so it works. a little better in my opinion, but like I feel like it's not that far away. Yeah.
Okay.
I guess for me, it's one of those like if someone else plays it while you're hanging out, I wouldn't be like, damn, that's trash. Or just kind of listen to it. But this is the era of like that danciness that I'm not really looking for right now. I'm like,
That's fair.
I've listened to this enough. This was like middle school. This is like like the whole sound of middle school. I don't want to relive those memories.
Oh, we got them in
Fair.
4K, baby.
I'm glad we don't. Because I think not. I mean, for you guys, did a lot of people have phones that could record video in middle school? Because I don't think we had maybe like 2-3 people.
I got my phone in 8th grade. So, like, I guess, yes, towards the end of middle school, I had a phone that technically could, but I don't remember it doing it. I guess if the iPhone 3G could record video, then yes. Yes, I definitely had one.
I still had like a flip phone, which I feel like I know you could take
Yeah.
pictures on it. I
You
can't
could-
remember
on
if
some of them you
like,
could, but
record
they were
it. If you,
shitty.
yeah, no, I was gonna say if you could record video, is it a video you're actually gonna want to go back and watch? Like maybe not.
Yeah, I'm glad.
I remember the days of having to wait forever for internet stuff to hit your flip phone. It'd be like, yo. But when it finally hit, it would often be disappointing. So, yeah. Yeah, no. I still remember those times because, you know, your boy, let's just say he liked to explore the internet. So certain
We know what you're trying to say.
No, Craig.
Go on. You don't got to explain this part.
certain things would just take a while to load.
I remember having to wait for the like PlayStation store. I know it wasn't like for downloads specifically, but the PlayStation store on the PSP would take so long to load. Remembering loading stuff when I had like an
That's
iPod.
still like one of the best portable gaming devices that time. Like in terms of like internet connected gaming devices, like the PSP, that's actually kind of crazy. And I think about it, like how solid some of those games look for their time. Like Dragon Ball Z looks whatever. We're getting off a tangent, but yeah. Right.
Anyway, yeah, I think the song was good.
Eduardo's been hard segueing into swimming pools. So do you want me to go next? Okay, so like as Eduardo was saying, so as Eduardo was saying before, the song that I brought in this week was, you know, none other than Kendrick Lamar's "Swimming Pools" because I'm a basic motherfucker. I remember the first time I actually heard the song. And I believe it might have even been the first time I heard Kendrick at all. A party in high school of my junior year. Age now revealed for people willing to do the math. But yeah, like I was at a party where all of my friends had been pre-gaming pretty hard. And I didn't really hear the lyrics at the time. I was like, yo, this should go hard though. And I gotta look this up. I gotta look this up when I get home. And then yeah, the more you hear the lyrics, it's definitely not a drinking song, not a fun drinking song. More of a, you know, the art of peer pressure is forcing me to succumb to my inner demons, you know, and possibly destroy those around me, kind of deal. But you know, all anybody ever says is pull up, drink nowadays. So you know, to each their own, I suppose. What was your thought when you heard the song, Mitch?
Well, I actually also heard this song a long time ago. I'm pretty sure I had downloaded some music game app on my phone. It might have been one that's similar to, I guess, like a Guitar Hero or like Beat Saber, but like on your phone. So like you're tapping in the like a rhythm tapping game.
Okay.
And I think this was like one of the free songs.
Damn,
that they
Kendrick
had
was that
available.
low down at the time.
I don't remember when this might have been like years after.
That's worse.
Been
I'd argue that's
released,
worse. Like,
oh, well,
like if he's still at free tier
well,
later on in his career, that's worse. Because I would say that's the song that that's the song and album that was kind of like made him blow. I'd argue it's worse if he's in the free tier later.
yeah. I feel like I thought it was like weird the first time I listened to it. I don't remember exactly what my thoughts were then, but I feel like listening back to it now, I appreciate it more. definitely also see, kind of the similar vibes where like people would drink to this song without realizing what they're drinking to, similar to like the Patrick Stump song and that sort of thing. Also, like the idea of, or I feel like very strong imagery, the idea of like filling up a pool with alcohol and diving into it. Eek. That's some bleak vibes.
I mean, have you tried it?
No, I don't plan to. I feel like I would rather dive into like one big
That might be
jello
my pool
shot.
party.
More so because
That could be my pool party. We could fill up the pool with we got for Kendrick. We gotta try it.
I don't want to eat it though. I also feel like I don't want to like drink liquor in a pool that like other people have been in.
But
Like,
it's
it's kinda
Where the
gross. I
leaves
just-
But
fall.
it's sanitized.
Yeah.
It's indoor. What if it's indoors?
Are you using what is the like Everclear? It's a big mocktail made with
We swim in
Everclear.
It sounds like a
Those-
quick way to die quickly. Even if nobody drinks anything, it just gets absorbed into your skin so fast. Yeah.
Oh my
Just
god.
die.
Yeah. But I mean it would probably kill 99.9% of germs. So
Yo, so I'd be dead, but that one motherfucking germ would still be alive. That's whack, fam.
That's like 0.1% or whatever.
Literally the
Like
one dude.
0.01.
It's like, still chilling.
Yeah. I appreciate, or like I guess like I enjoyed listening to this song, but also Marcus as the person who picked
I know.
topic
I
for
know.
this week. I was
I know.
expecting
You wanted
more.
a deep
And people will
dive.
know people will know what I'm saying when Marcus introduces his second song. But I
Yeah,
was
I know.
like, I worked so hard
I
trying to
agree.
think of stuff.
Look, it's been a busy week. It's been ups and downs with with the interviewings. So your boy.
The world is on
The
fire.
world is literally on fire.
Just wait, cause I can save it. I can save it. You want to hear my thoughts about this
Okay.
song?
Yeah. Well, you're gonna like it 'cause it's Kendrick.
When I first heard this song, I was
in a swimming pool full of
I
alcohol.
hated it.
Mm.
Oh.
To me, this is Kendrick's worst song. I cannot listen to it during Good Kid, Mad City. It's a straight skip to me.
Damn.
Because when I first heard it, this is like that song that doesn't match the vibe, everything. Because when I first heard this, I only knew the chorus and I just hated it. Yeah.
Sit down.
And then it took until To Pimp a Butterfly for me to come back to the song. And every time I listen to this album, it's swimming pools and Art of Peer Pressure that I skip.
Damn.
I listen to the peer pressure sample and then I just skip the rest. I don't gotta listen to that song. I don't gotta listen to that one. I don't gotta listen to swimming pools. To me, they're mid. And the lyrics are good, but I don't know what it is about the song. It just don't hit.
Eduardo
with
likes
me.
drinking too much. That's what he's trying to tell us.
Oh my god.
I just hate when songs tell me I have a problem. But yeah, that was my opinion. I mean, for the song in this category, it's a good song.
Yeah.
But I don't really listen to this song unless like I have to, or unless like people want to hear it. I'm also not gonna be like oh man, that song's whack. I'll listen to it, right? But deep down, not that deep actually. Just within one or two questions of asking me, I'll tell you I don't like this song.
I feel like I also need I need people to know I don't think Marcus picked a bad song. I'm just saying it's
Oh no, yeah, for
low-hanging
sure. I
fruit
agree.
for the top.
I mean,
Yeah,
I admitted as much that I am a basic bitch for picking this song. So
Just wait to hear the
I mean,
second
hey,
one.
I would actually argue.
Yeah.
I would argue that's less so because swimming pools is more of a. I feel like it's obvious if you listen to the verse at all, whereas the second song is is danceable enough to where people would be like, oh, they just ignore the part where he cuts out everything.
I'm gonna have to leave this in because it's like too funny.
These bloopers. I think it's easier to miss the meaning of that song than it is for swimming pools, unless you just only heard the hook like Eduardo did.
Well, I will say if you Google like songs that like don't match the vibe or like whatever like lyrics that don't match the the vibe of the song, your second song comes up like everywhere. So I feel like people do know. I also feel like people know that more people know that song than maybe more people know the Kendrick song.
Well, I mean, we're talking about, that group that's really big, So
Yeah.
that won't be named until later on in the show. Thanks to our trusty editor, Mitch.
So stay tuned. Don't skip.
Thanks to our trusty editor, Mitch. But yeah, let's
we'll see about
segue
that.
into Eduardo's song choices for the week. Which one are you going to kick it off with?
I can do the happy lyrics.
Are you talking about
sad vibes one?
The really aggressive Memphis type song?
No, I'm gonna do Zay
I really
first.
want to talk about the.
I know that's what we'll do towards the end. So make sure no one's skipping, because Mitch is gonna actually edit the end of the podcast in the middle. So if you skip, you're actually gonna miss the end. She's just gonna replay this middle part again. So you don't know when the true podcast ends. So you got to stay for the whole thing.
I'm gonna post a 1,000 hour podcast, and somewhere in those,
somewhere in there is the second song.
Yeah. Someone in there is part of the rest of
and the second song, but like actually just the whole song, not even a reference to it, just the song playing. But like because it's embedded, because we'll embed it. We'll use some AI bullshit to like hide it properly from the content ID system, such that we can play it.
Put like producer tags over it.
Eduardo made this beat.
I'll get Marcus to record some, to produce the producer tags.
Money, Mitch wants some more. No,
all right. Okay. I chose "Happy Birthday to You" because it's him like gloating about how he's made it out, and like especially the first part. This song kind of has like two parts to it. The first song is kind of like happy lyrics, sad vibes, and then the second part is like kind of like just not sad lyrics, but like hopeful lyrics, sad vibes.
Hopeful. Yeah.
I
don't know about hopeful in there. Maybe I need to like go clear my ears in, but you didn't sound too hopeful towards the end.
But we're gonna let you finish.
All right. The happy lyrics is him just bragging about all the like girls that don't leave him alone. About
these girls calling my number like it's a jersey.
And that there's another part. I'm just like going through it in my head. There's a part where he says something like nothing's stopping me except parking fees, something like that.
Yeah.
It's a good, like, he's just kind of showing off in the beginning, but the song sounds like someone just died and he's just like reminiscing or something. It could be true, I don't know, but that's what it sounded like.
So I would say that like that song, I think until the switch, I was actually like, does this song really fit the topic? Because like I think it is, like I think there are aspects of him bragging about like how he's making money and how these girls won't stop hitting him up now, right? But I think there's also aspects of this like in the first half where it's clearly like, oh yeah, but like everything is not really as cracked up as it is to be, like I wish I could reference specific lyrics, but like there are definitely lyrics in the first part of the song where it's like, I mean, he's acting like shit is okay, and like a ton of references that like shit is not all the way there. And then so when the second half comes in, I'm like, oh, okay, now I definitely see it, because I feel like that whole thing, he's literally just like, yeah, I thought I had changed. I thought I had, really been able to quit this addiction that has been ruining my life and career for like the past, like 4 or 5 years. Like how long had it been since like Zay dropped his previous project? Something like 5-6 years, right? But like he hasn't really stopped. He's caught like, just a vibe. So all of that first part was him just, him off the vibe, him when you're off the liquor or whatever you're off. You're just like, I'm invincible. The next part is like, oh, this is the reality. I have unfortunately relapsed. And I was like, all right, this song clears the topic, Probably the most creative clear, I would actually add, out of all the songs that we have today. Mitch, what were some of your thoughts?
I feel a certain type of way about this song. I don't know that it doesn't sound like super, or like the vibe does not sound super sad to me.
Definitely the second half,
Which is like,
in my opinion.
I said
well,
it was
maybe
like
the second half.
reminiscing
Yeah,
vibes, like that type of,
yeah.
not the like someone
It's not the
died. Well,
Patrick
kind of
Stump.
like the
It's not the
someone
Patrick
died.
Stump emo vibe, Mitch. It's the this is as sad as I can be and
No,
be a rapper sad. You know, like the talk to me.
no,
I
you
still
could be
gotta be.
sadder.
I still gotta. I can't.
Have you listened
I
to
can't.
a
I can't
Juice
be
WRLD
like
song?
okay, but I gotta be like cool with like I gotta keep it more street than Juice WRLD. Juice WRLD's all about like like I'm just a fun kid, but like
My Dior
yeah.
jacket.
This is as fun as I can be in an environment at times which can be masculine. So I mean, it is like if you listen to the lyrics, it's sad, but I agree. He could have just like I don't know, like auto-tune crooned and cried on the track, I guess. But yeah, no, keep going. I'm sorry for interrupting.
I just feel like the beat sounds like very like
Mm-hmm.
lo-fi. And not necessarily like in a sad or like I just like picture this as like chill music, like music I would like clean my room to, like have in the background.
I'm
Reading a
imagining Mitch
book.
with the headphones now. Mitch is the girl with the headphones. The iconic girl with the headphones.
Yeah. I do agree with Market, or I don't know. I just feel like he's kind of like mean in the song to like whoever the love interest is. I guess I more so disagree with what Eduardo wrote about sad vibe happy lyrics versus how I felt listening to it. And maybe I was just like reading too much into like this situation with him and some girl or whatever, where he's like, "Oh, I have like no reason to stay, babies, like whatever. Like I'm getting out, and like I'll leave you here. Like I don't give a shit." That sort of thing. But yeah, I feel like did not pick up the like sobriety aspect, but also like I this is like my first time listening to
Mitch, I
this
gotta
guy,
ask,
so
did you hear the second?
I did. I will say I haven't listened to this or like
Because
I
like
didn't listen to Eduardo's
I
song
would
much.
give you a pro because like there is like a weird like 15 to 20-second dead space in there, right? Like when he's transitioning, so it could be like, oh, is the song over? Oh, I guess it's done. Like maybe there's something wrong. We good, you know?
No, I definitely listened to the second half of the song. What is your point about the
You're
second half
like,
of the song?
I don't know. I felt like the sobriety aspect or like the addiction aspect is like right. Like he's like,
Well, no.
yeah.
I don't. I get that he's like talking about the weekend buzz. This ain't the time of my life, but I'm still on. Which also that's a really weird or like it's a really unique line to me. This ain't the time of my life, but I'm still on drugs. But I guess I didn't understand or like I didn't pick up that like the first part is about him being sober, and the second part is about him being not sober. My vibe was just like in the first part he's a jerk, kind of. And then he's like, I don't know, he's on drugs.
That's why he's living the life being a jerk.
Doing drugs, Mitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
He says something like, "My dreams are too big for this city.
Yeah.
Myrtle Beach ain't a vacation." He's gloating about things. He's saying that he still keeps it cool with people. Bucket list, scratching off some shit you never dreamed before. Like he's kind of talking
He
his
really
shit
made
here.
it out of Tennessee.
Yeah.
I guess is the vibe that he's like that kid in your high school who's, oh, I'm gonna like make it big, whatever, blah blah blah, and then you like visit your hometown and they're like working at the McDonald's. Is that the vibe?
No, he made it.
So from the lyrics that I got, it's like he's talking about how he's the one who kind of made it out.
Fell back.
And he's like, yeah, he's coming back to just kind of show off like that he's kind of like solved his problems, like his superficial problems. And then the second part of the song shows him that he like cannot surpass being a human being because he kind of goes back to like those drugs. Like he couldn't surpass his addiction. He surpassed everything else. All the money, all the girls, everything. He, like you say, he can be a jerk to them. And that's kind of what his like rap got him out of there, but it couldn't get him out of his addiction.
I would argue he didn't even beat the money part, right? Because like he's talking about like when he's talking to his girl, he's like tired of saying that he's broke, right? Like so that would imply because like this does happen to a lot of artists, right? Like when you get put into some of these deals, right? They are essentially incredibly predatory loans that you have to make back, and making that back is not always easy, especially when you're not putting stuff out consistently and doing tours like that. So it's very possible he might not even like you have the appearance of being wealthy because of all of like, you know, the connections, the label, they can very easily manufacture an image of you just being surrounded by people because they have famous people on their roster, on their role, and they can like rent any of that stuff that they need to rent, right? But like actual money, it's very possible he could still not be doing good, at least at the time of when the song was released or the time he's harkening back. So funny, he is talking about how, oh, shit's on the up and up, blah, blah, blah. And then it's kind of like the fall from grace that can occur when you let drugs or like other things that can take you off like what you're kind of meant to do get in the way of it. That's what I feel like the second half is like really hammering home, although I think there's still aspects of that on the first half. I just need to pull up these goddamn lyrics again so I know which parts I'm remembering.
Yeah, I put it up.
Hold on.
But that's what I'm saying. The first half is him like doing the gloating. The second half is when he gets to that point.
I guess I don't hate the song. I just don't know if it was like, in my opinion, the best fit for the topic.
I will say, I was a bit like what Marcus was saying. I only remember the first half of the song, and then I forgot that then it switches up, and I was like, you know what? It's still good enough. It's the first part is still good.
I will give Eduardo props for like submitting his songs within like the 30 minutes we decided the topic, because Marcus and I took a long time. So I guess I will give it to you if you only remembered the first half, and for submitting so quickly and not being indecisive like me and Mark.
Yeah, but that second half, I don't know. To me, that second half still, this might be from a different topic, but that second half still kind of hit real hard.
Like it's a good. I feel like it's a solid. Like as a song, it's a good song in my opinion. Like it's a vibe. There's vibey aspects for both parts. I know my inflection sounded like I was gonna like disagree somewhere, but I agree.
Marcus said, "I agree to agree."
I agree, but it's good.
All right. Well, I guess that brings us swimmingly to Mitch's second song, named after Zeus's daughter, I believe, in the Percy Jackson book. Do you want to tell us about that song, Mitch?
I didn't read Percy Jackson. I did. But sure. What a nerd.
Oh, word. Yeah. I mean, aren't we all? We went to the nerd school.
True. We did go to nerd school. Anyways, so the next song I picked is Talia by King Princess. And this is also, I just picked happy songs that had like sad lyrics, because anything else was too hard, and I was so in my head about these. I don't know, every time Marcus picks a topic, I'm always like, I can't do it. I can't do
Why?
it.
Did you think I'm just gonna like grill you to death?
I don't know what it is. It's just like stuff that you pick. I'm like not excited about. It's like SpongeBob writing the word like "the" on his essay. Like I invested so much time into finding songs, and I like probably could have picked these two. These were songs I had considered probably like within 24 hours.
Oh my god! Just like wait, were you like that with the K-pop song too, or like the C-pop song?
Now I'm trying to remember. There was like one other topic you picked that I really hate. Maybe
I think that's the only two I know. I solo picked. I think I don't know what the other topic would have been that I was like, oh.
There was something that somebody else picked that I was like, I hate every minute of this, but it's like, it's fine. It's not a big deal. And I'm just making it a big deal. But anyways, so Talia by King Princess. This is kind of like, I feel like just like stereotypical, like dancey, vibey pop song. This is like, I guess more of like a dance in your bedroom maybe than like dance in the club. But it's basically her love interest dies, and then she's like, oh, but if I drink enough, like I can see you and you're still with me. Yikes. Not a healthy coping mechanism. But
yeah, I mean, when I heard this song, Mitch, I was like, I don't think this technically actually fits when I was saying the introduction is like, I mean, I guess I could see how one might dance to this, because like I could see in a different world, if you're like pushing it like this, like you can make some tweaks here and there, and it could be like one of those like poppy EDM dance pop kind of songs. right? But like to me, the production was like dark in general, and the song is about alcoholism to the point of near death. So that I can see, I can see your face again. I was unable to tell whether it was like they lost them or if they just broke up with them. But I think the point still stands. If you're drinking to the point of hallucinating, which drinking isn't really supposed to do that. Right, in the regular
Took something else
in the regularly normal levels, we have a problem here. My favorite line of the song was when she said, "But fuck drinks, I'm wasted." But what? You're already gone. What do you mean, fuck drinks, you're wasted?
No, it's but four
Oh,
drinks.
but four drinks.
and I'm
Okay, I was so confused. She said, but fuck, but fuck drinks.
Fuck these shits, I'm gone.
I was like, oh, maybe she means that she doesn't need anymore.
Can't buy
She doesn't
it.
want anymore because she's already too deep. But yeah, I like the song. I like the song for the song, but like for the topic, I don't think it's the best song. Yeah.
I feel like the chorus it like drops and it's like more of like a dancey, like vibey kind of beat. That's my opinion.
Wait, we're talking about
Yeah,
yours,
yeah.
Mitch, right?
Yeah, Talia.
I felt like the chorus part was like the sad part.
Well, the lyrics are sad, but I feel like production wise, it's got
Oh,
like the most movement.
Yeah, hit that shit again.
Damn, I can't believe this. I cannot believe this. I don't know. I was so in my
Like
head
I can,
about these.
like Mitch, I
And then I was
understand. I understand. Like given like the production, like I could see this. Like I don't think it would take too many.
going
Like I could see,
either
like
way.
I could see it with tweaks being a more like EDM poppy thing, right? Especially with like a different singer. Like let's say if he's country shit again and had that, hey bro, like kind of dude on this, right? Like this would not be like a dark. I don't think it would be a dark song. I don't think you could hear something like that and think, oh, this is dark, even with that production. But I think given that like her voice is on it, just the way she's singing on it, it just sounds darker. Well, how I'm feeling on that.
Damn.
I
I'm
have
trying to think about like.
slightly. Go ahead.
No, you go. You go.
Okay. I was gonna say I have like, I guess I'm like somewhere in the middle because I could see it. Now I remember. I thought the chorus was the like when there's like no instrumental and then her verses are the ones where like the drums come in. But I had a reverse. Yeah, during the chorus it feels more poppy. But it feels kind of like 50-50, like it goes to like that happy high energy, and then as soon as the chorus is done, it just went back down to being like kind of like that sad vibe,
I can see that.
Yeah, so I guess it matches, right? 50% of it.
50% of the time, it matches all the time.
I'll take like a half miss. I'll take it because, like I said, I was really dragging my feet on these longer than I.
But yeah, that girl needs Logic suicide hotline number because she got problems. She got shit needs to work on.
I didn't pick "Dancing on My Own" by Robin because I thought it was too low hanging fruit.
We don't know them. I mean, I don't know them, so that's high fruit to me.
Ooh, Robin. Speaking of Robin,
are you robbing the segue?
My song.
Okay, you're robbing the segue. Let's go! I'm so hyped for this song. I'm hyped as hell for this song because of what this.
Damn, this song is kind of crazy.
Like, I was like, how crazy can it be?
Oh, don't you agree, Mitch?
How crazy can it be? But then I heard it. I was like, yo, this is crazy, though. I can't believe you saying.
I have my thoughts.
What he said.
I'll let Eduardo introduce it first.
All right. The next song that I chose was what is it called?
4,
Robbery
part
something. Yeah. Heartbury Part 4 by T Grizzly.
Bitch, I'm T Grizz Lamar.
Yep. AKA hype song and crazy lyrics. The production is that like where is he from? He's from Detroit.
That's that Michigan like it's like all like like kind of like it sounds like it was all like kind of like goofy sounding but like hard still. Like the
right?
The synths always sound like kind of low quality, goofy. It's always very high BPM, like whining piano beat, like like kind of vibes on all their shit.
Yeah.
And they're always rapping very aggressively, kind of ahead of the beat, leaving no room to breathe. That Michigan sound.
Yeah, that banjo-y production felt like a super aggressive song, but then you hear it and it's not like a sad song, but it's definitely not a party song. It's about him like trying to get away with a murder, but not really. And so then he tries to go shoot out a hospital until he realizes that the girl lost her memory. So definitely not the vibe of the song,
It's
you know?
funny you said you thought it was a party song because, like, to me, this sounds like the definition of like what Detroit, Michigan / scam rap songs are. It's just like motherfuckers saying the most wild, like offensive shit or like over some like aggressive whining piano stuff. And I think for the topic, I don't know if I got like party vibe at all. But as a song, yo, I was like, bro, I literally,
No, but
I
it's super
know.
hype. It's like that
It
song you
is.
put
I
up.
literally dropped my jaw. I was like, here's some of the shit he said when he started it off. He's like, oh, so his girlfriend snitched on him or some shit like that. And then some of the bars he had, like, oh, if you're a rat, I'm a snake that I have to eat you, you know? And he
Yeah.
goes into very graphic detail about like how he is going to like bury his girlfriend 6 feet deep, very vividly. And then it's like, hold up, but I don't like speaking on dead people. So let me just talk about money for like almost no reason. Like segues to talk about money for like 2 or 3 minutes. And it is like, oh shit, my girlfriend's still alive. And so then goes back to talking about how he has to spin the block to go and, you know, end his girlfriend's life who is in the hospital, like Eduardo was saying, you know. So I like vibe wise, I feel like it fits to a T. Like I feel like T Grizzly, looking at like the history of T Grizzly like blowing up, he was kind of like the first person to put Detroit on the map for like that kind of sound in 2017, I believe. And since then, it's only gotten crazier and wilder in terms of the shit people are saying. Like now we got people like Babytron and all these other like all these others who just be saying the most wild shit. So I like the song though. I like the song a lot. What was your take on this? I don't think Mitch is gonna be a fan if she thought Isaiah Rashad was being a jerk.
I mean, he kind of was being a jerk. I stand by that.
I mean, I don't
He was
disagree.
like,
I don't.
fuck
I
this
don't agree. I
place.
don't disagree. It's just like if Isaiah Rashad's being a jerk, then like I don't know what T Grizzly's being on this song. You know?
The first time I listened to this, I didn't really like it. And I also was like, I don't see what
Yeah.
Eduardo is
Mhm.
talking about. I feel like or like, I guess I just didn't think like the beat was really pulling its weight. Because I feel like when you want a song where like you don't want people to like pick up on the lyrics as much, you want to like kind of meddle them a little bit
And go
with like
hard
the
on the beat.
instrumental.
Like make the
Or
beat really carry shit
yeah.
hard.
And this did not do that, which, like, I guess, like, makes sense, right? Because he's supposed to be, like, saying crazy things. I also just feel like some of this almost, I feel like it could have been done better, his, like,
Oh no,
lyrics.
disagree there.
'Cause I just feel like it sounds to me like somebody was just, like, rambling about
that's the
something.
style.
And it okay, fine, that's the style, but then I don't like it. It sounds, like, unpolished. It sounds like he's just, like, saying it on the
That is
spot. And so,
literally
like,
Detroit.
words.
Detroit's whole thing.
Okay, well, I don't listen to Detroit rap then, but I just feel like some of the rhymes, like, don't hit, and then I'm like, "Ugh, like, why did he say it like that? There was probably, like, a better word he coulda used." And so, like, that was my vibe. My vibe was, like, the beat did not carry enough for the song to be I don't remember what Eduardo said, like,
Mhm.
crazy lyrics what did you say? Crazy lyrics,
Yeah,
party
hype beat, like a
vibes?
hype party type beat.
Eh. But see, like, I feel like, to me, like, hype is, like, something you would
Yeah.
play in the club.
I mean, you could play this in certain clubs. I think you could play this in yeah. I think it has a tempo. Like if you want to play it in like a strip club or something, like it could work.
Like, why would you wanna be I
Right?
guess
Like you
that's
could
the whole
twerk it. Like
point,
it's
right? Is
twerkable.
that
It's
you'd
very
be in a
twerkable.
well, I was like, why would you wanna be listening to this in a strip club with the
You're
lyrics? But I
robbing
get
men of their
that
money.
was, like,
You're
the
robbing.
whole point. I guess so.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like the beat, if you just have the beat by itself, it's just like that hype energy, and you're like, damn, you're trying to show off, you're trying to, you're
But
trying
I
to
feel
stun
like
on
the
people.
assignment was that like, vocals and the beat together sound like one thing, and then the lyrics sound like another thing. And so to
Oh, I
me,
mean,
this
I
is
feel like that
like
was open enough
the
to
beat sounds like one
interpretation that they
thing.
didn't like your vocals could be different, right? Like your vocals could go with either one as long as there was contrast, right? But yeah, I feel like I'm closer to the Mitch side about the song. But like in terms of like matching the topic, in terms of being a song though, I feel like it's peak Michigan. Like it does like in terms of Michigan rap. It than most people who do Michigan rap. It's very like there are legitimate bars instead of just saying like outlandish shit, right? Where like I impregnated my mama, like offbeat kind of shit. Like that is like a lot of Michigan slash scam rap. So like for what it is, I think it is a pretty good song in my opinion. That shit goes hard. I'm going to check out more Tigers.
This is not my favorite, but yeah, I feel like I've said what I needed to say.
All right, yeah. Well, just know this is the kind of stuff that man, I don't know what it was about this song. I feel like I just wanted to show it off because I heard it that week.
It's a good song.
I was listening to it and I'm like, damn, how can I put this in the next episode?
He was going hard. He was going hard on the song. It's
so
funny too.
It's so hilarious.
Walking around the grocery store, this is like, yo, he's really saying this shit. Hold up, I don't.
He's really confessing.
He's really just straight up confessing to a murder, how he did it, on point. And then he's like, hold up, let's have like a 2-minute interlude for no reason, because I'm focused about this bread.
Is it where he buys the guns? Is that what you're talking about?
No. He was like, is that what happens when he said, oh, wait, hold up, because I don't speak on the dead. Let's talk about the money instead.
Well, he talks about getting out of jail and then like going to buy the
guns. And that's what that whole last interlude was that I misinterpreted. God damn.
Yeah. It was still thematic. It was a chronological thing, He gets out of jail and then he tries to go buy some weapons.
Yeah, no, it's
the ones that he takes to the spittle.
It's some pretty good storytelling in my opinion.
Okay, it's fine storytelling. I want better like
delivery. I mean, you're not gonna get it. Like,
you're not gonna get it from this style.
This is okay. It at its best. Like you're like, I don't think he was on beat enough. Yeah. It's like, no, that's the whole point. And he was the most on beat I've heard somebody do this. Like who's not like just actually like somebody who doesn't do their style. Like most of the other people who will like hear a Detroit beat and like be on beat or they're just not doing the style. Like I think that's what happened with like that Big Sean like song where he got like everybody, like the Friday Night Cypher on Detroit 2. Like they switched beats so many times because they wanted everyone from Michigan. But like Royce and Eminem, they don't really do the whole Michigan flow thing at all. So yeah, this is probably the best you're gonna get and still like be something that adheres to that style, Mitch. It's just not, trust me, it's an acquired taste. I didn't start out being like, yeah, Michigan rap. I too was like you. I was like, the fuck is this? Why can't they find a beat? But then your ears are just like, you just hear it enough. And you're just like, okay, some of these are bars. And you just have a good time. You're just like, whatever.
Fair enough.
All right. And now the best for last.
So it's funny that we saved the best for last, We're going to introduce the best last, I'm just going to say hey to everybody. The OutKast of the group,
Yeah.
It's your boy, Marcus 2000.
The lowest hanging of fruit.
Hey,
the fruit that fell on the ground.
Bro, everybody blames Eve for biting that apple, but it was me. So yeah, I chose Hey Ya by OutKast. And I feel like it's a very fun, danceable song. I remember hearing that when I was like 7 or 6 or young as fuck in England. And being like, yo, this is a vibe. But then growing up, realizing that no, that song is not the bop of all bops. It's about like, most love is doomed to fail. And why the fuck are we even really trying to get married or have relationships? Because if everything eventually dies, so will this love that we have for each other. But y'all don't want to hear that, You want to hear about some cool shit. So I'll let Eduardo talk about the cool shit that y'all actually want to hear about.
They don't want to hear it. They just want to dance. All right.
Okay, Matthew McConaughey. Okay, hopefully Marcus got that reference.
I got you.
I don't know who that is.
Damn. He's running for governor of Texas now.
We gotta watch
I don't know why you asked
running
Marcus.
for governor of Texas now.
Marcus
he's running for governor,
Is he
I
really?
believe so. I mean, unless he dropped out.
Hey everyone, this is Mitch. I had to edit out a lot of the politics-focused conversation around this point in the episode, so if the flow sounds a little bit off, that is why.
Oh, damn. And so what does he do? He's a singer?
He's an actor.
Pretty big one.
Oh, okay.
I feel like In every movie he's like ever been in, he sneaks in like he always just like, all right, all right, all right, and like a thick Southern accent. Is he
I
from the
believe so.
South?
Yeah.
Is he
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Texas? Can you run in a state? This is way off topic. Can you run in a state that you were not like
Yeah,
born
of
and
course.
raised in? I
You-
guess so.
Then let me say this before you cut it. Matthew McConaughey is not running.
Oh, you only toyed with it. Cool. That was great.
Is it
Yeah, you're
McConaughey?
right.
Hey?
McConaughey. McConaughey?
Okay.
McConaughey?
Yeah, he
Matthew
backed out. Let's
McConaughey?
go, baby.
I was found out that Matthew McConaughey has a law firm.
That's interesting. Is he like Better Call Saul? I'm gonna like cut
no,
out
he has
all
a
the
lobbying
political.
firm. I mean, the truth is, do we really need to talk about Hey Ya? Everyone knows the song. It's like double platinum. I mean, double
Everyone
diamond. Let's just keep talking about
What if
Matthew.
we just
We straight
What
up
if
were
we
like,
introduce it?
Marcus, you picked such low hanging fruit. We're not even gonna talk to you
we
about it.
introduce it and then we have like a quick? We just say facts about Matthew McConaughey. I'm actually cool with that. That's funny as fuck.
Here's another fun fact I just remembered. JID mentions him in a song.
Matthew McConaughey?
Which song?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember now. Actually, is it Westbrook?
I
Is
think
it
it
off
might
the
be-
DiCaprio too?
It's like
I feel like it's DiCaprio too, right?
Matthew McConaughey. Na 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 na. And then like Andale. What song is that? Is that
I
Underwear?
think it's DiCaprio too, but like I am just guessing.
Let me look it up right now.
I'm gonna find it. I'm
Damn.
gonna find it. Underwear? Song by Jid?
Yeah.
Is it? No, it's Underwear.
Yeah, under what?
Melancholy Cool, Matthew McConaughey. I don't know if he's supposed to rhyme those, but I don't imagine how he does.
No, that should be one line. Melancholy cool. Matthew McConaughey. On a money mission trying to get it. Played it with all of my umbrellas.
Wait, what song is it again?
Oh.
Okay.
It is Underwear.
Should have picked Underwear for your song, Marcus. We have way more to say about this. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, I mean, I feel like Eduardo, does this fit the bill? Does Hey Ya fit the bill?
Yeah, sure.
I should have picked the Bo Burnham song.
Lil Mitch.
No, Mitch, you should have chosen a Juice WRLD song. 'Cause the moment you said that, I'm like, oh, dude, why didn't I choose like a Juice WRLD song?
Juice WRLD,
Like all his songs sound sad,
no,
though.
because there are definitely songs that are definitely more upbeat. But yeah, I guess a lot of his lyrics are, I'm off a couple perks, so.
He says something like, I see shadows, something in my room.
That's Lucid
From the
Dreams.
love that I left
No,
Yeah, that
you.
one
sounds
doesn't sound
happy,
happy.
though.
But he definitely has
No, but the sound does. It's like,
No,
it
it
was-
doesn't.
what?
it sounds more melancholic.
Maybe sad for me is different sad than everyone else.
What's your sad? Next episode. Find out on the next episode of Rough Notes.
Or if you like that reminds me of like a WW like a
It's
wrestling.
definitely Dragon Ball Z. We have Eduardo trying to figure out what the fuck is a sad song. We can't agree.
Try to understand his emotions.
Will
Oh my
Eduardo
God.
be able to charge up to defeat Mitch what sadness actually is before the week is over or before one of us finally gets a goddamn job? Find out on the next episode of Rough Notes.
I would love to like pick the saddest songs I can like find on my Spotify, and then like have you guys rank them and be like, "This is not that sad. This is pretty sad."
Yeah. Well, to me, like the Juice WRLD songs always sound happy because they got that like hi-hat, like those quick hi-hat kind of sounds that like, yeah, that I'm like,
Yeah.
it's more upbeat.
You can't be sad with these hi-hats rattling in the background.
Yeah.
What about? Do you know Robbery?
Yeah, part 4.
No.
Which part?
God damn it.
Go hard, man.
Juice
That was
WRLD
like
has
the
a
first
song
one?
called Robbery.
Which one?
Juice WRLD has a song called Robbery. I feel like
Oh,
the beat sounds like more upbeat than some of his like other songs. We gotta wrap this up, man.
okay. Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, great discussion we had about OutKast and Hey Ya. And if you want to hear an extended version of that conversation, you got to subscribe to the Patreon because we go really in depth about OutKast and Hey Ya and just the different levels that they were operating on. I think a lot of people just stop at the lyrics, but it gets a lot deeper when you look into the relationships that Big Boy and Andrix were having during the making of that album. Anyway, we're about to wrap up. Anyway, we've gone a bit over time, but like we're about to wrap it up. So, do you guys want to plug yourself? We can start off with Eduardo. Any places where people can find you?
I just finished my master's program, so you're gonna see me hanging out at the park a lot more. Definitely catch me on LinkedIn. I have a good resume there. I have 3 resumes actually, in case there's different aspects. Do you want to
I
look
have
for some
2.
social media person and editing? There you go. You want a teacher? There you go. And this summer I'm gonna try to keep working on my photography one because I need one too. But yeah, catch me up on LinkedIn and the park, just
My
hanging
boy's
out.
resume is more tailored than a tailor. Mitch, you got anything you want to add?
I mean, I don't know that I'm gonna plug my LinkedIn, but I am on LinkedIn looking
At what? At
for a
what?
job.
we need let the
I
audience, let the
say
viewers
that.
know so they can refer you.
Nah. If you know, you
Okay,
know.
Pusha
That's what I'm
T.
gonna say.
Okay,
If you know, you know.
we see you.
If you wanna give one of us a referral, email. I don't know what
Email
the email
marcusplenty
is.
at gmail.com. You can find me at Shuriken's Crew or at Plenty Marcus on Instagram or Plenty Marcus at TikTok.
Or you can email roughnotespodcast@gmail.com.
Oh, we have a Gmail. I
No,
forgot.
don't take. You gotta
Oh
take that
shit,
off.
we got a Gmail.
Why not?
All right, sure.
Why'd you say it like that, Eduardo? What's gonna happen?
Not because I don't want strangers talking
But
to me. You can find me at the park. You want to ball up? I'll
park.
ball up with you. But that's it.
If you see Eduardo in the streets, you don't know him, don't talk to him.
Yeah,
You're a
yeah.
stranger.
If I don't know you and you don't know me, don't talk to me.
Yeah.
Good
Good
night,
night,
everyone.
guys.